this right here, you bunch of prima donna ballerina mother.
Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Well, we're finally at the All-Star break in the Major League Baseball season. Now we're going to take a little breath, and we're going to take a look at the home run derby odds right now with Troy West from allplayswin.com, who's had a great year in baseball at his site and has been doing a lot of baseball preview calls with us this year, as well as, all the other calls he's done with us in previous years. Troy, thanks for being back with us.
Hey, thanks a lot, Pete. I appreciate it. I don't admit to being the best home run derby analysis in this business, but I do admit to being one of the best baseball handicappers out there. And we're off to an outstanding year. I know you and I have been doing our show every single week. We've been outstanding. Looking forward to capping this and seeing what we can do in this home run derby, Pete.
All right. This will be a little bit, just for fun, but what's not for fun is handicapping during the regular season. That is meant to be for profit, and you have done very well with that. So just give a quick summary how you've done in the first half of the baseball season at your site.
Thanks, Pete. No, we've been outstanding. April was a winning month. May was a winning month. June was a winning month. We're off to a great start here in July. A little bit tangled off here in the last week or so, but overall it's just been outstanding in baseball. We finished off the NBA and the NBA Finals outstanding. We're looking forward to the second half of the All-Star break, as I truly feel like the teams that we thought would be in the playoffs really start making those pushes, and we see who's for real. Truly encourage people to come take a look at allplayswin.com. Fully expecting to have an outstanding second half of the baseball season.
Let's get down to these odds for the home run derby here. Now, it's going to be played in Minnesota, and the dimensions of Minnesota are a little bit screwy. The left field fence a little bit deeper than the right field fence, but the fence is a lot shorter in left than in right. But it might not matter because everyone's righty except for Justin Morneau. So 9 right-handed hitters, and Morneau is the only lefty. And the favorite is first-timer Giancarlo Stanton. He's down at 2-1. These are odds currently at Bovada. These odds might move a little bit, but reopening odds at Bovada, Stanton at 2-1, and just considering how big all the other bats are in this home run derby, I think we can throw him out. Last year's winner is Cesepedes, and he is 5-1. Then Jose Bautista, he actually in 2012 he made it to the finals and lost to Prince Fielder. He's 5-1. Then Yasiel Puig is 6-1. Troy Tulowitzki 13-2, and Josh Donaldson 10-1. Then a bunch of guys, Adam Jones and Morneau and a bunch of other guys, 12-1 to 15-1. Do you agree with me, Troy West, that it just makes sense we throw out Stanton here 2-1?
No, absolutely. I think you're so much better off taking some underdog value in these things. I think it's such a crapshoot. I mean, if I had to go with it, I'd actually take an absolute dark horse. I like the fact that Troy Tulowitzki's in there. I think this is a guy, I know he's a shortstop, and I know he gets to play at Coors Field all year long, but I think he's a guy that has a lot of power, never really talked about all year long just because he's with a very average to below average Rockies team. But my God, at 13-2, I think this guy has a shot.
So let's throw out Stanton. Then we have Cesepedes and Bautista. And again, these guys have done well in previous derbies. Cesepedes won last year, and Bautista in 2012 made it to the finals. The conventional wisdom is that it's hard to repeat. Usually guys who win the home run derby come back the next year and tend not to do well. Cesepedes looked awesome, though. He could do it again. 5-1, I'm thinking those odds, and Bautista's odds might be about accurate. I wouldn't necessarily want to bet against them, but I'm not sure I'd be wanting to bet on them at just 5-1.
No, I would agree with you. The odds aren't necessarily great, but I do think, going into it, they probably are the two front runners. A guy like Stanton, I mean, experience goes a long ways in these type of deals. And those guys are the two guys that have experience in these type of home run derbies. But we have seen guys that have done it coming into their first home run derby. So, if I had to put money on it, I'd say those two guys probably are the front runners. I'd like to see what Puig does. In the spotlight, we know this is a guy that gets a lot of publicity. How's he going to do in the public spotlight? I think that's an interesting pick. The Doziers, the Jones, the Fraziers, and the Morneaus, I would probably stay away. Yeah. My dark horse is Tulowitzki at 13-2. But, as a gambling guy, I'd probably throw a few bucks on it. Cesepedes and Bautista, I do think, are probably going to be there in the end. I absolutely think one of those two guys will be in the final two.
And what about Josh Donaldson, though? He's got 20 homers this season, and he plays half his games at Oakland, which is not a very friendly park for homer hitters. And, he's 10-1, which is pretty solid, healthy odds there.
No, I agree. And, Oakland A's, they're the type of team, they have such a good lineup and such success, even with the best record in baseball. We never seem to talk about anybody from the Oakland A's, whether it be from the pitching staff or from a hitting standpoint. Donaldson's been very much under the radar. He's been outstanding. It would not surprise me to see him have a great home run derby. But again, I'm going to go away from that experience factor, guy that's typically not in this All-Star game. I'm going to stay away from him. Tulowitzki's in this All-Star game. He knows, I think that spotlight plays a big role in this. He's been there before, so that's why I'm going to go with him and shy away. But I think Donaldson absolutely has a shot at winning this. I think all these guys have a shot. I don't think you wake up on Tuesday and be shocked if any of these guys won it.
All right, well, yeah, you can make 2 picks, so you're going to take Tulowitzki and Bautista.
Yeah, that's those are my 2.
All right, and I'll go with Yasiel Puig at 6-1, and I will take Donaldson as my second pick at 10-1. What do you think about that?
Perfect. I like it. Will be a great phone call Tuesday to see who came out on top, but hopefully some of the gamblers out there can throw a few bucks down and make a few off these picks.
All right. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks so much for doing this call with me, and I'll talk to you again next week, starting with the second half of the season.